Alright, good morning y'all. This is for the love of hiking again. This morning I am at the Babel Tower Trail trailhead. Pretty excited for that. It's going to be a pretty strenuous hike for sure, but it's just absolutely beautiful. Starts here at the rim of the west side of the Linville Gorge and drops all the way down to the river at the bottom of the gorge and then all the way back up after. So it'll definitely be challenging. What I ended up doing today is I brought my bike with. I pushed it up the road, up the gigantic hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it, and locked it up here to a tree near the trailhead. So the idea is when I'm done with my hike, I can hop on my bike, and there is a pretty good little hill before I get to the hill I climbed, because I went downhill a little bit just before the trailhead. But I'll go ahead and go up that, and then I should be able to basically coast on my bike, ride my brakes all the way down to camp. So that'll be a little less exhausting than walking back, I think. But we're gonna get moving here. Let me fish my hiking pole out my pack, and we're gonna take it fairly slow and steady on this trail, because this is a wilderness area, and it's definitely tricky trails, minimal trailblazes, and pretty rugged terrain. So we'll go ahead and take it safe, slow, and steady. So we'll get moving, and I'll see y'all down the trail. And I suppose I forgot to mention, it is I don't know what time is it right now anyways. It is about 10 to 7 in the morning on Friday the 13th, and it started pretty early this morning so that hopefully we can get this hike done and back to camp by around lunch. That gives us about 5 hours, which I think is more than enough. And I say that because the rain is supposed to roll in by about noon or 1 o'clock. I did bring my little umbrella, and I got a rain pack cover just in case, but hopefully I won't need them. And yeah, I'll keep moving here, and I'll be checking in with y'all periodically and showing you some of the views from the trail and kind of what I'm doing while I'm on trail, and some of my methods, I guess, when it comes to hiking. So I will see y'all shortly. Alright, well, I'm still using my headlamp to make sure I can see all the rocks and roots and everything else that's in the trail. But dawn is starting to shed some light on the trail. Starting to poke out into a little bit of views. That's one thing that's nice about these trails in the gorge. It's such a steep drop off that really you don't have many trails in the gorge that don't provide some sort of view. So I wanted to give you guys a little info about this trail. This is the Babel Tower Trail, as I mentioned before. It's a 1.3 mile trail. Don't let the short distance fool you. It's a very strenuous trail. It's about 1,200 feet in elevation loss and then gain on the way up. And it's pretty much all down on the way up, all up on the way back. Or I think I got that backwards. All down on the way down, all up on the way up. So definitely pretty strenuous, particularly on the upside, but downside's always a little tricky hiking as well, because of course you're always stopping your momentum, keeping yourself from tumbling down the mountain. So you got to keep that in mind, that downhill isn't going to necessarily all be easy. So this trail will get down to the bottom of the gorge to Linville River, and I know from doing this trail in the past that there's a waterfall, small one but still a waterfall, down at the river there, and I'm planning on doing a little bit of trail I haven't done before in the sense of walking up the Linville River Trail, which follows the river. I don't know how far I'll go up it, but we'll see. Looks like sunrise is actually starting to happen, so maybe I'll get lucky. I'll poke out on a little viewpoint here before long and get some photos and show y'all what that's like. But yeah, that's the plan for today. There's about a mile up the road with the bike, and then 1.3 miles to the bottom of the gorge, and then maybe up to 2 miles round trip down on the river, and then 1.3 up to the road and 1 back to the camp. So altogether it'll be not a huge mileage day, but certainly strenuous. Let's see here, I'll probably have about 6.5 miles, something like that by the end, and something along the lines of, including the road, I don't know, 3,000 feet in elevation challenge, something along those lines. Oh man, I think I'm about to luck out. I think I see a viewpoint coming up, or at least a little spot that you can kind of poke out. But yeah, I love Linville Gorge. It's beautiful. I guess my tip for this video, I'll start off with that pretty early, is wilderness hiking is incredibly enjoyable. Oh my God, speaking of, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold that thought. Oh my goodness. Well, as I said, wilderness is very beautiful. But I guess my tip would be, before you decide to go out and try any hiking in a wilderness area, in particular something like this in Linville Gorge, where there's a very large amount of elevation change and all that, I would say start hiking somewhere a little easier. Get some experience and a little bit of understanding as far as how hiking works and some of the dangers and what you need to be prepared for, and then come out here. And when you do come out here, be very prepared. My day pack is fairly heavy today because I've got some extra stuff, some extra first aid stuff for water filtration, just emergency supplies, just in case, you know, out here in the wilderness, there's not much, if any, blazes on the trail. They're pretty much just beaten trails, and you got to follow them. So if you get lost, it can be challenging if you don't have a map and compass, which I do today, to be able to find your way back out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some photos here at this beautiful overlook, and I will check in with you guys down the trail. I think we're probably only about a quarter mile on the trail, something along those lines, so got a little ways to go. Now, I would be looking more for mushrooms and stuff like that on this trail if it weren't for the fact that this is a wilderness area. That's another thing you need to be aware of, is that wilderness areas have different regulations many times than the normally national forests or something along those lines that they are within. For instance, in the Pisgah National Forest and most of the national forests in North Carolina, you have the right to be able to take edible plants and things of that sort that don't have additional regulations placed on the specific plant. Like I know ginseng, for instance, a lot of times will have certain regulations and harvest periods and all that. But here in the wilderness, you cannot take any plants, rocks, anything along those lines. So that's the deal here. For instance, up on the road that I'm camped on, if I'm not mistaken, one side is national forest land and one side is wilderness. So one side of the road you can harvest stuff on, and the other you cannot. Yeah, there's a lot of fall color here and there out here. It's really getting to be pretty, and it looks like I'm coming up on another overlook. But yeah, that's all I was going to say, is just keep that in mind, to know the regulations for the areas you're in. Those regulations are in place for a reason and need to be respected. So keep that in mind, and be responsible when exploring these beautiful areas so that other people can do so as well. Oh my goodness. That is just beautiful. It looks like I'm probably, I don't know, halfway down the gorge. Probably going on 3/4 of a mile or something. Looks like that's the trail over there, I think. Oh my God. It is just amazing out here. I love the Linville Gorge area. I might not be saying that on my climb back up, But for now, I love the Linville Gorge area. But yeah, this is definitely not the best view or spot on the trail, so I'll keep moving. Although it is pretty outstanding, even so. So yeah, I'm gonna keep moving and see what else we got down this way. All right, so we came from there. Pretty sure the trail goes that direction, but over here there is a additional area. Let's see, there's a trail here too. I think that might be my trail, actually. I'm gonna have to look into that. Like I said, that's the thing with the wilderness. There's no blazes or signage to tell you, yeah, this is this trail, that's that trail. But yeah, there's some cool rock formations right up here. There's some nice views and neat geological features. And you can even see the river from up here. I'll be down there pretty shortly. You can tell that I'm about to hit the real steep part. That should be interesting. But I think it's over here. There was a neat kind of a crevice or canyon of sorts. You wouldn't want to fall off it. Yeah, right here. You wouldn't want to fall off it, that's for sure. Hate to take a misstep there. Yeah, there is way more fall color out here than I was expecting. This has been just absolutely wonderful. I'm excited for fall personally. I love fall, cooler temperatures, less bugs, warm fire, starry night. You know, that's my thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at my map, figure out what direction I'm going here, and I will check in with y'all in a little while. Oh wow, there's a huge rock formation behind those trees. You can't really see it. I don't think there's really much of a way over there without being awfully risky. But I'm gonna check my map and get back on trail here. Okay, according to the map, the trail should cut right. This is actually a different direction than I took last time. Might explain the wrong turn I took on the way back up last time. Hopefully this pops us out about the same place on the river. But I'm gonna follow this trail a little bit. It looks pretty well beaten, and see if this takes me the right direction. Actually, it's kind of starting to go. I think that this might be a little side trail for people who camp out here. And yeah, that's the unfortunate reality, is when you get so many people in an area and they start making side trails like this and they get beaten in, and pretty soon you've got multiple trails at an intersection in a wilderness area that has no blazes, and people can get lost. People can take the wrong turn. This is the direction I took last time though, and I know this gets me down to the river. So worst come to worst, I just have to make sure I take this trail when I come back up. So I'm going to keep moving, try to catch my breath a little, and get on down to the river. Oh man, now this is some wilderness trail. Oh my god. It's very steep. I knew this was going to be the case. Down at the bottom, when you get close to the river, the steepness really increases, and it kind of becomes almost a little more of a rock scramble. But I'm going to go ahead and watch our step real carefully and use our trekking pole. I personally just carry the one trekking pole. A lot of people carry two. I do the one just because it leaves me a free hand for photography and being able to catch myself if I slip and fall, all that. So for me, one works better, but you know, each person has their own system. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep moving. I'm not sure, honestly, I'm not sure if this is the correct trail. It is a trail down to the river, and I know it's the trail I took last time, but just the trail on the map shows a lot of switchbacks and such, and I haven't hit any switchbacks to speak of. So could be a different trail, I don't know. I'll get to where I'm wanting to go either way, and I'll just make sure that I'm coming back up this trail afterwards. Keep on moving though. Ha-ha! Made it down to the river. Man, that is I don't think that's the trail that's on the map. This is the spot that I was looking to get to, but my god, that is a heck of a climb up a bunch of giant dead trees and boulders, and there's the waterfall I was talking about over there. Some nice cascades. Just beautiful. Alright, here we are down at the waterfall. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful fall color here and there. I'm going to go ahead though and head up to where the water is a little calmer and filter some water for the hike back up. And I'll give you guys a little review on what I use for filtering water. Y'all have probably seen it before. If not, it's known as the Sawyer filter, S-A-W-Y-E-R, Sawyer, and it is a very lightweight, easy to use water filtration system, and it's comes in a few different sizes. It's got the regular size, the mini, which I believe is what I have, and the micro, which is even smaller, so you can kind of choose what works best for you. This looks like a good spot up here though, so I'm gonna go ahead and get set up and filter some water. Okay, so this is the Sawyer water filter here. It comes with a few different things. Some of it I don't have with, like the cleaning plunger I don't have with because I don't need to do that this time. But it comes with a bag. This is actually a little bigger than what it comes with. I purchased this separately. And then this is the filter here. This is the Sawyer Mini. It's a 0.1 micron absolute hollow fiber membrane water filter. It filters out pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and give you guys a little bit of an idea of how that works, and I'll check back in a moment. Okay, so all you have to do for these Sawyer filters, it's really easy. You fill up the bag with water. Oops. And then make sure you've got your flow direction correct. It really shouldn't be possible to do it otherwise because it's got a screw on. But you screw on the Sawyer filter onto the bottle, and then you flip it upside down and you just squeeze the water through your filter. It works pretty quickly overall, and this is going to ensure that all of your water that you got is clean and filtered, and you're not going to get anything like Giardia or anything by drinking stream water. So I love doing this sometimes. Just something about mountain water, it just tastes better. So I'm gonna go ahead and filter out this water and hang out down here for a little while, and I will check in with y'all before I hit the trail back uphill. Alright, so we are on the climb back up the side of the gorge, and I say climb because it is a climb. And I think I found where I took the wrong turn last time. This is the trail, believe it or not. Kind of looks like you should go up this way, but the way I came down was actually this way over that log there and that way. So I think last time I might have came up and went that way, and it kind of curves to the right instead, and I think that goes up towards Cabin Trail. So hopefully this will be the correction that I needed to ensure I don't end up on Cabin Trail going up, because that is an intense trail to climb up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up this side of the gorge. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog. I found a way across that little chasm I was showing you guys earlier, towards these big stacked rocks over here, which I'm going to try to get up a little ways onto. But yeah, it's been a really beautiful hike, amazing time down at the river. The swimming was fantastic, you know, and definitely helped me get up that first more strenuous uphill section there by the river pretty easily, so that wasn't too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So as usual, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. And then on top of that, I was going to ask y'all what you thought I should do when I head north. I'm going to be leaving Linville Gorge here in a couple days towards Boone and Blowing Rock direction and all that. Right now, about the only plan that I have is that I'll probably end up hitting Grandfather Mountain State Park. So if you guys know of some other things that direction that you think I should check out, please comment below, and maybe I'll go check them out. So I'll finish this out with me trying to get over here on these rocks a little bit, and I will see y'all next time. So thank you for tuning in. This is The Wanderer, and I appreciate y'all watching. Oh my God. Woo! Oh my God. I think that's safe to say that was worth it. Alright y'all, well I'm in the camper of course. It's getting to be dark now outside. We've been raining and storming and everything for some hours now. It's actually starting to pick up a little bit, so I'm just hoping I can keep my door open with my screen door shut and get some airflow in here still. But got a little bit of couscous for dinner, so that's going to be pretty good. I just wanted to check in with you guys before the end of this episode and get an idea from y'all what you would like to see on this vlog, what subjects you'd like me to cover. I had someone mention how do I make my art and sell my stuff and all that while I'm on the road, so it's definitely going to be a topic I'm going to cover sometime soon. But I'd like to know what else you guys would like to see, whether it's, you know, what I do for food, or how do I trip plan, or things like that. Go ahead and chime in the comments, let me know, and I'll go ahead and try to fit those in. So I will see y'all next episode. Y'all have a great day, happy trails, and thanks for watching.